Records galore at the Oval here on Cricbuzz Comm. To try and make sense of all of it, we've already had the best power play score of the tournament, joint fastest 50 in this tournament, and if Sri Lanka were to get there, this would be the highest successful run chase in World Cup history.
Oh, what fun it'll be. I mean, I know we've all gone under in our predictions, but I remember saying if Kusal Perera gets off to a start, it'll at least be great fun to watch, and it has been great fun to watch.
I think the surprise package for many has been not just Kusal Perera, but the fact that Dimuth Karunaratne, who to start with was actually outscoring Kusal Perera. Yes, he faced more deliveries, but it's not enough just to have one person at one end. How well the captain has played with 58 or 55.
I mean, good players always adapt. I don't think there was ever any doubt that Karunaratne was not a good player, but there were question marks about whether he can have the urgency needed for the white ball game. My feeling is when they go back to Sri Lanka, they start playing 270, 280 kind of games, Karunaratne will be a very good player for them. But, I mean, there was a time when he was 42 and Kusal Perera was on 12. And look how it's turned. But I think they've also fed Perera on the back foot a little bit. If you see where the runs have come from, there have been a few lemon cuts through the legs down to fine leg, but there have been a lot there over mid-wicket. And that's largely because they've been fed a lot of short bowling.
You need that luck, but I think to stay on the captain for a moment, we've talked so much about test match lengths being used by the bowlers. There's also a space for a good test match batsman who can adapt to this form, particularly in this World Cup.
And if he's got Karunaratne at the other end, then he's fine, right? Because then he can score at 100 strike rate. I expect that'll change a little bit as the field spreads out a little bit. So I think that'll change. So
the only thing that could have really dismissed one of the Sri Lankan batsmen is something that has deserted us for a while. We were calling it the Cricbuzz Comm curse of taking a wicket. Indian fans had banned us from actually doing a Cricbuzz Comm on India match days, and guess what, Harsha? It struck again. Kusal Perera.
How?
To Mitchell Starc. Cleaned up by Mitchell Starc.
But you know, a couple of times before, there was an LBW shout on his missing leg stump. There was one that tailed in Starc's previous over. We were just wondering if one would leave. But look, people talk about the curse. It doesn't take away from the fact that Kusal Perera has provided Sri Lanka with a rollicking start, and well played to Kusal Perera.
All we need to do is keep a track of the Cricbuzz Comm numbers versus your tweeting numbers when you compliment somebody, and then he goes.
But that was long back. That was long back.
It still happens. Let's talk about Australia's bowling, because strangely we were wondering whether that fifth bowler would be a concern. At the moment, their fifth bowlers actually look like their best bowler in Glenn Maxwell.
Yes, and don't forget Dhananjay De Silva bowled well too. So they've got 3 overs out of 14 after the embarrassment, well, after the problems they had against Pakistan. Every time Maxwell came on, here maybe 2 left-handers, so he's settled in well. So yeah, that was after, we must clarify, that was after 15 overs, and the captains ensured each bowler's got 3 overs.
Yes, so Starc will have that 1 wicket added to a column. Perhaps one disappointment is the man coming into the team here in place of Nathan Coulter-Nile, Jason Behrendorff. That doesn't look too good, but things can change. Few wickets, second spell can look so different.
There was no swing at all. And even with Behrendorff, at least he gets the ball to do a little bit off the deck. They were just, everyone was bowling straight lines, so that didn't help. Behrendorff 5 overthrows, that didn't help. A little inside edge for boundaries didn't help. So 3 overs for 32, he'll come back, he'll bowl a better second spell.
Seeing Nathan Lyons sitting on the sidelines there, I know it's about could have been and would have been, but both him and Zampa sitting there thinking we might have got something out of this.
I think everyone's looking at the conditions and thinking there might be a little bit of swing there, there might be something for the faster bowlers. This year, when they announced the World Cup and took it round, they said to England, here's the World Cup, give us back all your swing. The ball has not swung. And so you can see Starc is not quite the threat that he was. Behrendorff's not getting that away movement to the left-handers. So swing has gone out. So yeah, maybe Nathan Lyon would have made an impact.
Well, it's about thinking of what happens now between the 15th and 35th overs, as we've just hearing that there's another review that is in progress. And just talking about the review, not at the moment, the review that already happened. Now, we saw 3 reds from Maxwell. Maybe it's not been as costly, but the fact is they lost the review for something that really didn't really appear.
I think it was the Wahab Riaz effect. The other day when they were playing against Pakistan with just 1 second left on the clock, he's clearly gone back instinct. He said, let's review it. Now the bowler thinks he heard something, the keeper thinks he heard something. So captain went by it, actually missed by that much. That's the way it goes sometimes. So they missed a wicket when because they didn't have a review left.
Yes, it was almost as stumped as I was when I was hearing the word review, thinking there's been another review. Well, even if there was another review and it was Australia's, they wouldn't have the option because like Glenn Maxwell, they couldn't take it. But if they can keep taking wickets, they won't have to rely on the third umpire. That's what they'll have to do.
There you go.
So fairly simple for Australia, keep taking wickets. They've already stopped the acceleration from Kusal Pereira. It's going to be a big one between the captain and Lahiru Thirimanne. We'll update you again. Cricbuzz Comm box in the 35th.